All right, and welcome everyone. And we are live. This is Vishan Borich from Team Tough, also known as the Tough Mama. And today we are specifically going to be sharing with you the formula for $20,000 in 90 days. So 90-day plan so that you can get to $20,000. Now, I'm starting this off with, obviously, anytime you mention money or income, you have to let people know that I can't guarantee that. There's no possible way I can. There's something could happen to me. Something could happen to you. You may decide to not follow the plan step by step, and therefore you may not achieve the same results. So results aren't typical, but neither am I. So if you are ever on a call with somebody and they claim that they can get you to some magical number within a certain amount of time, you need to make sure that they say that disclaimer, because that is important from the Federal Trade Commission. It's a priority. So enough of the house cleaning and just talking about that. Today, we're going to dig right in, because this call and all of the calls that we do, we host them weekly, and they are called the Down and Dirty at 1:30, because I'm on Central Time. That's 2:30 if you're in New York. But Down and Dirty to me means I'm going to give you value. I'm going to give you the formula. I'm going to give you whatever I can to help make you more successful for the new year. And if you're watching as a recording, this call is always held on Monday at 1:30 Central Time. So try to get on the live call, because they're so much better. And plus, if you look down below, you'll see that there is a chat window. And if you log in, register so that you can chat in there. It's free to chat, of course. And just log in and ask questions, and I will respond to you. I may not be able to respond while I'm hosting the call, but I will respond to you, and it's a great way for you and I to connect. So feel free to do that. So we're going to start off with the number one, the most important thing in order to have success. And specifically, this is success with your own business, by having your own business. And it doesn't matter what business you're in, whether or not you're in the same business I'm in, which is an internet marketing business, or any business, be it a brick and mortar business or an internet business. This is the one thing that you absolutely must have in order to be successful. Are you ready? Okay, good. Well, the one thing is you must be in the proper mindset. Did you guys hear that? Lean in if you can hear. You must be in the proper mindset. And what I mean by that is, really, are you an amateur or are you a pro at your business? So I wrote down some questions, and I'm just going to kind of pull these forward so I can see them. But here are some ways that you can tell if you're an amateur or a pro in the business that you're in. Number one, do you focus? Do you spend a lot of time focusing on the things that you don't have? If you're focusing on the things you don't have rather than the things that you do have, then you're an amateur. All right? Do you learn and look around at things but never actually take action? Have you been sitting on my hangouts, my weekly hangouts, and learning lots of great tips but not actually implementing them? Then you're an amateur. Okay, and this may be a little harsh. Some of you may be thinking, oh man, I guess I really am an amateur. Well, now's the time to change. I mean, we got a new year coming, so start thinking about this. Here's one that's a little more pointed than some of the others. Are you spending more time looking around on Facebook and posting and doing things like that, or other activities that aren't related to your business, than actually marketing and running your business? Well, if you are, you're an amateur, because you shouldn't be just goofing off on Facebook. Yes, we use Facebook to market our business online, but you need to be using it in a way that's going to help drive the bottom line and grow your business. And then, do you focus? Do you focus or lack focus on motivation? You don't have that motivation. You don't have the focus. You aren't committed to your business, and only you can answer that. I mean, if you wake up and you are getting to work on your business and it just doesn't make you happy, it doesn't get you excited to get up in the morning, and you're not motivated to do the work, then you're an amateur. Then this isn't the business for you, or whatever business you're in is not the business for you. So those things, you need to think about it, because if you're an amateur is a hobbyist. There's somebody who's just playing at this. They're not interested in really making money, or they think money is just going to be luck, a stroke of luck, and it's going to happen to them. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works in life. And if anyone tells you otherwise, then they probably are giving you a scam, because that's not the way business works. Be it an online business or a brick and mortar business or any business, it takes work and effort and dedication and focus. So here's how you tell if you're a professional. A professional, number one, they think of themselves, my paper's falling down. They think of themselves not just as a business, or in a business it's a money-making opportunity, but they think of themselves in a profession. They take their business seriously. It is their profession. And if you are not looking at your business as a profession, then you're a hobbyist. You're just playing in this and hoping you're going to strike gold. That's not the way it works. So a pro doesn't take no for an answer. They are fully committed to their business. They are focused on doing money-making activities. In other words, they learn, do, and teach. So they learn something new, they immediately put it into action, whether or not they get it right, which I'll tell you a little secret. When we put something into action as a pro, we don't always get it right. In fact, I fall forward all the time. Fall forward. You get that? I'm learning as I go. I'm learning from my mistakes, and I get better and better and better as I go. A professional knows that if someone else is making money with the same products and the same comp plan, that they can do it too. Here's where a lot of people trip up, and that is they are in a business, be it an MLM or some other thing like that, and they're not making the type of income that they would like. Or, perhaps they feel like the commission isn't quite structured the way they'd like it. Or, they think the products aren't that great. Well, here's a little key for you. If somebody else is making money in the business, a lot of money, and in this business that I'm in, a lot of people are making a lot of money. And if somebody else is making money and successful, and they have the same comp plan, which we all do, and the same products, which we all do, and they're successful, why can't you be successful? Have you thought about that? So the common denominator isn't the business, it isn't the structure, it isn't the commission plan, it's you. So if you're not being successful, then you need to look within, get in the proper mindset, start thinking like a professional, get all in. And what I mean by that is take your business seriously enough so that you are fully invested with time, income, whatever it takes, because this is what you want to do, and this is how you want to make a living, because it is the place for you. You feel happy and excited to be there. All right, so enough of my little pep talk here. We're going to get into the actual steps as to how you can get to where you want to be in 90 days. Now, with that said, obviously that mindset part is key. So as I share these steps, if you don't have the proper mindset, then you need to get in that space first. So you need to do what it takes. And what that means, if you're not in the proper mindset and you're looking at this, you're looking at me saying, that's great, that's fine and dandy for her, but I don't think it's going to work for me. Then you need to really do some soul searching, and you need to think about what it is that you want out of your life. And, if it's this business, great. If it's not, that's fine too. I'm not here to sell you. I'm here to motivate you. My purpose, and I truly believe this, my purpose is to inspire others and to help them to be both physically, mentally, and even spiritually. And I think of that as character, to be completely whole as a person. That's my purpose. That's my passion. And I do that through this business, my own internet business. I also do it through my martial arts. And I'm truthful when I say this. I really don't care if you join my team or not. Obviously, I'd love to have new motivated people that want to help spread my message. But if that's not for you, that's no big deal. You're welcome to sit in on these calls and get whatever inspiration you can. And then I've done my job as a coach and mentor to you. So I'm glad to have you here. I hope you feel that and you know that, because that is what I'm trying to project to the world. All right, so we're going to go into the details now, the nitty gritty. So after you've got that mindset down, step one in order to get your 90-day plan in place is to commit to a product. Commit to a product. Okay, so what do you mean by that? Well, basically, you need to have some kind of product or service to sell to the world. If you don't have a product or service, you don't have a business. Okay, it's impossible. You have to have a product or service. And so here's the thing. A lot of people, they don't necessarily know what they want to sell or what product or service they want to provide to the world. Well, that's where we step in. That's where we come into this business. Is my business is this internet marketing, and I have a series of products that have helped me and many other people to be successful online. So if you are looking for products or services, you might check us out, and you can see the button below. Just click on that and you can get more information. So commit to a product, and whatever product that you have, not by commitment, that doesn't mean just to have the product and decide, okay, this is my product. It means to be a product of the product. What that means is to actually use the product. Okay, go through the training. If it's a training product, go through it yourself. Set a goal to listen to every training video, to actually take action with those videos and watch them, or training product. We have workbooks and things like that. We have different things, calls that you can get on. So if you are buying a bunch of stuff, but you're actually not using it, then you are being untruthful when you're out there selling or pitching your product to the world. So be a product to the product. Now, I have a bit of a cough, a bit of a cold, so I am losing my voice. I'm going to be drinking a lot of water throughout this call today, but I'm going to show you some things here in just a minute. All right. Okay, so commit to a product. After you've committed to a product, the second thing that you want to do is you want to create content around that product. And what I mean by that is you need to have a presence to let people know what it is that you stand for, why you believe in the product that you have, and how it's affecting you as a person. So always start with why. Start with why. There's a great book out there by Simon Sinek called Start With Why. A great book. I've read it, and it just really inspired me. But I challenge you to go out and get that book and listen to it. But one of the things that he talks about is starting with why. And, a lot of companies, they go out there and they share all the different features and functions of their product, and that's great and dandy. But really, people buy people. They buy the reasons why you're in it. That's what excites them, is why are you doing this? Why are you in it? Why does this excite you to do it? People are looking for like-minded individuals that inspire them and that they want to be like. So think about why you're doing this. Why are you in this business? What makes you excited about it? Why do you use the products? What have you gained from it? And each one of those would make a great blog topic, by the way. So what you do is you take those things and you're going to create content. And I kind of alluded to something there, and that is one of the easiest ways to create content is by writing a blog. If you have a blog, and it doesn't have to be written, it could be a video blog, it could be an audio blog where you actually speak. So those are a lot of different things you can do, but by creating content, you're getting information out to the public as to why you're doing this and why they might be interested in it and what's in it for them, as far as, how's it going to change their life and make it better. So start creating that content, not just once a month or once a week. You need to be a pro, and you need to create content every single day. Now, for those of you that are on my team currently, and we're partners, we're tribe members, I'll tell you right now that you may be following me on my blog, and I don't necessarily blog every day on my actual blog that I have through my business, but I do a couple of things. I create content in various places. I create video content. I create image content that I post all over Facebook and various other social media sites. I also have created website content, different things that I put out there, different products. I've created books. I've written a couple books. So, you know, what I mean by content, you know, blogging every day is going to be one of the easiest things you can do. But as you become more of a pro, you'll realize there's other things that you can add to your business that are going to set you above anyone else. You're setting yourself above the amateurs and making yourself a pro. All right, so once you create all this content, which you're going to do daily for 90 days, are you clear on that? 90-day plan. If you want to get 20,000, you got to do it every single day. The next thing you're going to do is syndicate. So this is number 3. You want to syndicate your content. Syndicate means get eyeballs on your content. Okay, so I'll let you take a little notes, get another drink of water here. So how do you syndicate? Well, the easiest way to syndicate is through social media. You want to get out there in front of people and, you know, post, you know, if you're posting a blog, post your blog on Facebook, post your blog on Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, probably forgetting a few there, but you definitely want to get it out there. And here's a tool for you. I've talked about it on other calls. There's a tool that I use. It's called Buffer App, and it's BUFFER app, app.com. This is a great tool that allows you to post to multiple social media sites all at once, and you can actually time it so that it'll post content throughout the day on your behalf, which is a really, really great way to keep things filled up. And it's a time saver, which is a key to having a successful business, is to streamline and narrow down the amount of time it takes for you to accomplish these things. So syndicate. Some other ideas for syndication is start going around and looking at different chat rooms and things like that, different groups that are out there that make sense for you in your business. You want to look for like-minded individuals. You're not trying to broadcast your content to every single person out there like a shotgun. You want to broadcast to a very narrow audience, the type of people that you enjoy working with, the type of people that would benefit most from you and your mindset. So you want to look out there online for different forums, chat rooms, etc., that make sense, and start commenting. You know, don't just blast all your stuff out there, you know, like, you know, you're trying to be salesy all the time. You actually want to go out there and comment. You know, if you set a goal for 90 days, here's your 90-day plan, that you're going to comment on 10 different forums, groups, or chat rooms every day. Just 10. Do it 10 times every day. 90 days from now, you know, you're going to have a lot of comments out there, aren't you? And that's going to help drive traffic to you. Now, commenting means that you're sharing something, you're engaging with a comment, you're giving value to people. And it's not you pushing your information out there. You're providing value so that people get to know you, and then they're going to click over to you. Now, here's the key. Before you make all these comments on different forums and posts like that, what I want you to do is make sure you fully set up your profile page on that forum or group or chat room. And in your profile page, you want to have a very short description of who you are and what you stand for, why you're doing the business that you're in, why you live the way you live, what you want out of your life, okay? And then you also want to put a link to your website. Just about every forum, group, etc. has an area for a profile page, and you want to put a link to your website. Now, a link to your website, for those of you that don't yet have a website, I recommend that you make that link a link to your capture page. A capture page is where people can get more information about you, and they can get even more information when they click and supply their email address. So when I link people to my website, I usually link them to toughmama.com. Yeah, some of you found me that way. Toughmama.com is my capture page that I primarily use for my business. So when people go there, they can click on a box and enter in their email address. So I use that on every one of my profile pages on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever. I put that out there so that as people start to see, hey, this person, you know, Vishon is really engaged in my products and services. Oh, look, she's supplying a really cool blog post that she just added that talks about something I'm really interested in. Let's see who this person is. So then they click on the profile page, and now they're seeing you, who you are, and most importantly, a link where they can click on to get more info, which is actually to your capture page. Pretty cool, huh? So I encourage you to syndicate your content, get out there and do that, and put that link onto your profile page. Do that every day for 90 days, and you will see an explosion in your business, okay? A good explosion, not a bad one, okay? So make sure you do that. All right, the fourth thing is to market. So by market, that does kind of mean advertise, but what I want you to do specifically is you need to get people, you need to get more traffic that's coming to you. So in order to get more traffic, to attract them to you, it goes back to those other three things, which was, having product, creating content, and syndicating. So when you're marketing, syndication is actually a form of marketing, but you also need to look at other ways that you are driving more traffic. And there are so many ways to do that. In fact, we actually teach in our program how to successfully use Instagram in order to literally get like 1,000 new followers and leads within a week, which is incredible, by the way. We also will teach you how to do that with LinkedIn. We'll teach you how to do that with Twitter, Facebook. There's a Facebook pay-per-click program that you can learn. So there's a lot of different ways that you can learn to drive traffic to your business. Now, here's the key. You should be marketing every day. In other words, you need to have a marketing budget. Now, a lot of you are saying, well, man, I don't have, enough money right now even to buy all the products that I need. Well, what I recommend to everyone that's on my team is you go in as far as you can with the products. Buy as much as you can. I mean, we'd love it if you could go all in, just because that's going to give you the quickest method for you to get to that $20,000. However, I understand that. I understand if you just can't do that, you have to save enough behind so that you can market yourself daily. Now, free marketing, there's a lot of ways to do free marketing. In fact, within our program, there's a wonderful guy named John Penberthy who has really mastered YouTube, and he has actually shared with us and our team on how all of us can use YouTube in order to drive more traffic to our businesses. And that is a free method. But for most methods, there is going to be a charge, like Facebook pay-per-click, solo ads, and things like that. There is going to be a charge. Now, you can set your budget. Even if you only, advertise, $2 to $10 per day, you are marketing. And that is going to help drive more traffic to you. And you also want to target that marketing. You want to target it to that specific audience that we talked about earlier. And one of my mentors, Rhonda Swan from the Unstoppable Family, does an incredible course on branding and how to really determine your niche and create what we call an avatar. An avatar is this vision of the exact person that you're marketing to. And in your head, when you are writing something, you should imagine that you're actually writing it to that person. Or if you're shooting a video, imagine you're talking to that person. That exact person that's your ideal teammate, your ideal customer, whatever it is that you're sharing, so that you are very, very clear on who you're hitting. And Rhonda does a great program for all of our all-in members on how to do that. And I encourage you to go through her training if you're not clear on what your brand is all about. Okay, I'm going to take a drink. You should have 4 things right now to your plan on getting to 20,000 in 90 days. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go to step 5. Step 5 is to initiate new customers. So what does that mean? We're not doing any type of, what do we call it back in the college days? It's not, I lost the word. We're not doing some kind of initiation technique that's going to cause pain. Okay, what we're going to do is you actually want to integrate your customers into your business so that they understand the culture that you're creating. That goes back to your brand. You don't want everybody as your customer. Some people just are not going to make good customers. they are going to require too much hand holding, or they have a bad attitude and they're just doing this as a lotto ticket or whatever it is. You don't want that type of person in your business, because you're a professional. You want other people that seek to be professionals in your business. Okay, so initiate new customers. The way you do that is you want to have a culture that you invite them into. You want to say, look, this is how we work in our group. This is what we do. This is how we expect people to use our products and services. This is where you can get help. This is what we call people in our system. Like, okay, I don't know if there's any Jimmy Buffett fans that are out there. Any Jimmy Buffett fans? Maybe one or two. Okay. I love Jimmy Buffett. I mean, I love a lot of different music, but he's one of them. And I don't know if you are a fan, you know what his fans are called. They're called parrot heads, right? They're parrot heads. So if he already has initiated his fans, he calls them parrot heads. Some of you like Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga, what are her fans called? They're called monsters. So I'm not a huge Lady Gaga fan, but I do know that. So everybody has kind of a theme. The people that are really successful, they have a rabid group of people that really, really like them. Like in our group, we're all part of the Unstoppable Tribe. And so we actually call our members tribe members. We're tribe members. And I think that's really cool that we have created a tribe. And for me and Team Tough, I've got Tough Certified members. That's what all of my all-in folks are called, is Tough Certified. So, it's kind of cool if you have a name, and that's just the beginning. That's just the tip of the iceberg. You want to have a system that backs up what your values are, what you hope to achieve for the future, what your why is, and you want to keep that message consistent and clear throughout your website, throughout your emails, throughout how you communicate and what you do. Because in doing that, now you are creating customers that are going to keep coming back to you again and again and again. Not because of the products and services you have, but because of who you are and the culture that you have created around that. I mean, think about Harley Davidson riders. If any of you are into Harleys, that is a culture right there, isn't it? You've got people that, they'll never drive another bike other than a Harley. And, they've got the signature sound that a Harley makes. They have Harley clubs. They have, Harley wear, Harley clothing, etc. Those people are rabid fans of Harleys. So I'm just giving you some ideas so you can see the most successful companies have created a rabid audience, and they have a way that they have built up this culture. So you need to think about yourself. What do you like? That's the best place to start. What do you like? What would you like to see? What type of culture would you like to create? What are your beliefs? And you need to be able to initiate those folks so that they understand that, this is what you stand for. This is what you won't stand for. And so, you're not just letting everybody in. And by doing that, it creates this exclusive club. Look at iPhone users. Think about when they introduce a new iPhone. The lines that go out of the Apple Store are amazing. People will camp out sometimes for days in order to be the first in line to get the newest iPhone. Those are rabid customers, rabid following, and they will buy every time that iPhone comes out with a new iPhone. They're going to buy that. Those are your early adopters. You want people like that, and the only way to create it is to be very, very clear on who you are, what you stand for, and why you're doing this. And once you become clear, then you keep spreading that message in consistent ways. Now, here's the really cool thing. For those of you that are actually on our team, you're in Team Tough, we are connected with the Unstoppable Tribe. So we have a formula and a culture that we introduce all new people into, in which they get to meet other tribe members that are involved in it. They get access to special trainings and special books and things like that. They're going to help them in their business. And they also get invited to some of our special hangouts and in-person masterminds. Like, for instance, a bunch of us are going to Las Vegas here in January. And we're going to be spending the whole week together, 19th through the 24th. Where's my calendar? yeah, the 19th through the 25th, actually. We'll be in Las Vegas, and we get together and we share all of our ideas. We help each other so that each one of us builds each other up. We share the things that we're best at, and we in turn learn and then spread that out to the people that work with us and for us. So it's a great, great opportunity, and a lot of people, they wish that they had an opportunity like that to do something that, it supports your business, but it also is it's almost become a family. I think it has become a family for me, because I've gone to so many of these masterminds with like-minded individuals. When I see them, it's just like seeing another family member. I mean, we give each other a big hug, we hang out, we go to eat together. Some of us even share rooms together. I mean, it's just amazing. So if you don't have that type of culture in your business, then in my opinion, you don't have a business, you just have a hobby. So you really need to strive to create that culture. And it may not come initially. When you're first building your business and setting up your 90-day plan, you're going to want to do something where you're connected to those who are already successful. Because it's hard enough just getting started, so you want to be connected to somebody who's already successful. So for those of you that are already on my team, we actually have a step-by-step process that we provide for you, so that when you get new people that buy your products or join your affiliate program, we show you exactly how to get them integrated into the system, what to say to them, what are the next steps, and things like that, so that you have hands off. Your whole goal, your whole focus should be on building your business. And as you're building your business and becoming better and better at what you're doing, then you can start tweaking your own culture. Like for me, it's Tough Mamas. I mean, I'm structured to help mothers who are looking to make an income and spend more time with their kids. I mean, that's really who I focus on. Now, I also have another avatar, another segment that I focus on, and that's martial artists, because I'm a martial artist. So I focus on other martial artists who are looking for a way to fund their training. They want to be able to train anytime they want, whenever they want, and they want a method that they can fund that. And so I help people like that as well. So that's who I am. Who are you? That's what you need to really examine, and that's going to help you. Now, back to this 90-day plan. We have 5 things that you should be doing on a daily basis. Number 1 is commit to that product. It's commit, learn every day. Number 2 is creating your content. So you're creating content every day for 90 days. Number 3, syndicate. You want to be syndicating, sending out, getting eyeballs on the content that you created. 4 is marketing. You want to be marketing your content. That goes above and beyond syndication. You're going to want to buy ads, pay-per-click, or at least doing the YouTube strategy, which is a free strategy, so that you can get that out there and start getting leads. And the 5th one is you want to have a culture or initiation for new customers and affiliates. And you need to have this very succinct, very consistent, and doing it every day. Now, here's the other part of that. So those are your 5 things you need to do. So I'm going to get a little bit deeper here. How do you do it? What should your day look like? Okay. So for me, I have a very specific setup, what I do for my day. The first thing I do is I actually have on my calendar scheduled out 2 hours, 2 solid hours of time every day in which I'm going to be actively working on my business. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm learning anything new. I mean, during that time, I'm actively doing money-making activities. So I'm creating content. I'm writing my blog or shooting video during that 2 hours. I'm syndicating, so I'm getting that out, and I'm marketing. Those are the 3 main things that I'm doing in that 2 hours. The fourth thing, obviously it's dependent on if I have new customers for the day. I'm initiating those customers. I can do all of that in 2 hours. Now, some of you who are new, you may say, man, I don't know if I can do all that in 2 hours. Then you need to find ways to streamline it. And you will get faster at this as you continue doing it. And that's why I suggest to anyone who's looking to grow your business, any business, in the next 90 days, is that you get in a routine of doing these things daily. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get better at it. You're going to get faster as you go. And you're going to learn new tips and tricks that are going to make it even better. so that you can really grow your business. So that's what I do. 2 hours every day. That's blocked out for me. No, I don't even take phone calls during that time. I don't schedule that so that no phone calls. I even turn my ringer off on my phone. I don't check Facebook during that time. I don't want to know what's going on. I don't check email. I will send out emails during that time. That's one of my marketing strategies, is I send out emails to my team. I don't send them out every day, but I do send out about 3 to 4 emails every week. So, those are things that you want to do. The other thing that you can do is you want to set up time in which you're actually learning something new. So that 2 hour block of time for me, that's what I need in order to accomplish my daily 90-day plan. The other thing that I do is 2 or 3 times a week, I set up time to learn something new. And this may be adding to something I already know. Like, for instance, right now I'm working on learning a new Twitter technique that I'm really looking forward to creating a hangout on it, because it's so far, I just started it and it's starting to really ramp up the number of leads that I'm getting. And so I actually took a special course on Saturday on how to do Twitter more effectively, and I implemented it right away. That's the key. As you learn something new, implement it right away. Even if you don't know all of the details, implement it right away. The people that succeed are those that take action. Take action. Don't just say, you know what, I got to get every little bit of information on this before I start. If you're one of those people, you may never start. Don't be that person. Just implement it, take action. And if it doesn't work, which it probably won't, I mean, I'm just being honest with you here, it probably won't the first time you do. But at least you're learning and you're taking action at the same time. Now you can tweak that more. So then go back and learn some more about that. Go back and ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you know somebody who's even better at something than you, shoot them a text message, or ask them if they have time for a quick phone call or a hangout where they can show you their screen, which is another great thing about the internet, is you learn how to use these tools to really streamline your time and to get information much more rapidly. And here's something else. If you're trying to learn something new and you can't find it, or you can't find somebody who's an expert, go to YouTube and search for it. Go out there and do a search for instance, how to use Twitter to get more leads for your business. And you'd be amazed at the number of videos that are out there that'll walk you through step by step on how to do it. So don't feel like you're in a vacuum and that you can't learn and you can't implement, because you can. And you should be doing that every single day. Implement something every single day. Now, don't get caught up in the little things. A lot of times we get caught up in all the amount of information that's at your fingertips. If you're in a business that's very technical like this one, you get caught up in, there's so much information, you're not even sure where to start. Clear that thought from your head. It's simple. It really is simple. This business is simple. We actually have a formula for success. We actually have different websites that'll walk you through step by step on how to get your business off the ground. So I'm going to go into that next. I'm actually going to show my screen. I'm going to show you how simple you can make this business, because it doesn't have to be rocket science. And I think a lot of people get caught up in, I don't know everything about this. I don't know how to get set up. And so they get stuck. And then, a day becomes a week becomes a month, and they never actually get out of the gates. So I'm going to show you my screen as to, some of the products and services that we have and how easy you can make this. Okay. All right. So give me a second here. We're going to flip over. All right, you should be able to see my screen right now, and I've actually pulled up iPass too. So those of you that are on the call who have got connected to me through iPass 2, this is really your gold mine. This is a system so that you can very easily get through some very technical information without having to know the technical information. Because, that, I think that's the hang up. Everybody thinks they need to completely understand everything about the internet before they can make a living online, and that is not true at all. So clear that thought from your head, and I want you to take a look at this iPass 2 if you haven't already. So the very first step, when you get a new lead, when you get a brand new lead and brand new person, you want to get them into iPass 2 with the trial, because the trial actually gives them 5 steps for them to get started. 5 very easy steps so that they can watch these 5 videos and quickly understand, how the business works, what are the products, how they get traffic, how they get started. So anytime you get a new person, don't spend a ton of time trying to explain everything to them. Tell them, hey, you need to get out there and watch these 5 videos. Now you're cutting back time. You're not, you're not spending a ton of time trying to go through every single thing with them. There's no reason that you should do that. And I know that if you're on my team, I didn't go through every little aspect of the program with you. You had to go out and actually take action and watch the videos. So the very first step is, any new person or any lead that you have, encourage them, number one, if they're a new lead, to go and get the iPass trial. Okay, it's only $7. Most people can afford $7. If they can't, then they probably don't really want to do this business. I mean, it's amazing. Here's the thing I've learned: if you really want to do something, you'll find a way. Okay, you'll find a way to do it. And if you don't want to do it, then you're going to make excuses. So if people are making excuses, then they really don't want to do that. And you might just ask them, or just text them and say, do you really want a system that's going to help make you money? It's going to help make a living for you online. And if their answer is yes, and you say, okay, then stop making excuses. I know it's kind of hard, but you've got to be upfront with people, because you want to work with people that are driven. And this is the type of system that it's so clean cut. I mean, if the very first thing they should do once they get the trial, come in here, watch all 5 videos. Okay. Once they've watched all 5 videos, the next step is they need to decide at what level they want to get started. Okay. And the way that they decide that is by scheduling their coaching call. So for me, my coach is George Breyer. He's the one that actually brought me into this platform, and he's right under Justin Beringia. And so you call and talk to your coach. Okay, so the next step after they've watched all 5 videos, you have them contact you. And for those of you that aren't in the system yet, this is a great preview for you, so that you can see exactly how easy it is to in 90 days to start growing a business. So after somebody comes in, they buy the trial, they watch the videos, have them message you. They need to become a friend with you on Facebook or whatever platform, so that they can message you and say, hey, I've watched all 5 videos. And from there, they need to schedule a coaching call. Now, if you are their coach, your name will show up down here. Otherwise, if you're a Black Card member like I am, you have the capability to have coaches work for you. So there are coaches within iPass, which is really slick, by the way, that can help coach people through the very first call. Okay, so after they go through the coaching call, that's where you help them, you guide them through deciding on what they want to purchase, because it's so important for people to make a commitment. If they really want to do something, they're going to make that commitment. And they can buy the pro package, which is the very minimum level. But honestly, if they want to make a decent income, like a professional income, they really need to go in all the way. They need to buy all the products. We call that going black, getting the Black Card. And it's an investment. Yes, it is. But this is a business. This isn't play. I mean, I think a lot of people come in and they think because it's online that they can spend, a couple bucks and have a multi-million-dollar business. That is not true. And if anyone ever tells you, this is a get-rich-quick scheme, or there's get-rich-quick schemes out there, they're lying to you. Because the ones that, have a $100 or less entry fee to get into a business, those are not legitimate businesses, and they probably are fly-by-the-night type of things. So don't be fooled by that. If you really want to make a living online, make a professional living, get paid professional income, then get committed, get as high as you can, get the black card if you can, because what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to much more quickly get to the income goals that you have. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. I'm not trying to sell you. I'm just telling you from my own personal experience that that's what it took for me. So once they've decided what level they get in, it'll show up here after they've chosen the level. Then you want to introduce them to the group. So for me, we have a Facebook group, and it's called the Success Alliance. And so anybody that's brand new, they bought the trial and they've watched the videos, I go in there and I introduce them to the Success Alliance. And that is going to, I don't know if I can get there now. Let me just go there. Give me a second. Okay, so here you can see this is our Unstoppable Tribe. I'm actually here in the picture, but you can't really see me. You can see my arm, but Rhonda, one of my wonderful mentors, love this woman. Her arm's blocking my head, but I am in the picture. This is our Unstoppable Tribe. And so this is the Success Alliance group. This is where we introduce new people. So here's an example. Phil, rock out Phil. He's got somebody new that just joined, Sorb Sharma. And so you introduce them in this Success Alliance group. Before you introduce them, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you add them to the group, and you will add them here. If you have added people in the past, then you eventually you will be able to confirm them on your own. Initially, when you add them, it may say it requires approval, and just shoot me a message if you're on my team, and then I'll go in here and I'll approve them, and then you go ahead and post your message and include their name. If you include their name and they've been added, it'll do this highlight thing, which allows people to like click on them and like them and everything. And once you've added them, you want to encourage them to start getting active with the group, because now they're going to be meeting lots of people within our system, and that's going to help them so that they have somebody to talk to, so that you're not becoming a bottleneck in the system. Because if everybody comes to just you, pretty soon you're not going to have any time to do the things that you want to do, right? And your goal in life, at least my goal is I want to have time with my family, with my sons. I want to have time to go to their school. I want to have time to enjoy the holidays and things like that. So I don't want to be on the phone or having people texting me all day and all night because they have questions. What I want to encourage them to do is to post questions and things like that here in the Success Alliance group. And this is just a coaching moment for those of you that are on my team. So once they're here, the next step that you do is once they've got their pro level or higher within iPass 2, is you want to go ahead and add them to the Unstoppable Tribe. And that is another area that we have. And we also, and this is something that I can help you if you're on my team. Let me know when people go in. We have an all-in team, but really we have the Unstoppable team, which is amazing. And this is for people that have actually made a commitment. They said, you know what, I'm going to do this business. I'm in. Let's get this thing going. And for those people, they have just jumped another level because they're ready to go. So you would come in here and you would add them to this group. And now they're going to get the awesome sauce, as we call it. They're going to get access to a lot of cool things. So let me get a quick drink here. All right, the other aspect of it is once they join and they are added to the Unstoppable team, you're going to come in here, and the thing that they have, let me pull it up here. We have a bonus page, and we have this something called the Freedompreneur Academy. And this Freedompreneur Academy is just for people that have joined under me and within the Unstoppable Tribe too. So what that is we call ourselves freedompreneurs because we have a deep desire in order to live a life of freedom by building a business system that allows us to make money even while we're sleeping. And so, that to me is true freedom, that you're making an income even while you're off doing things with your family or even sleeping. So this particular section, this bonus section, is going to give you additional training and basically shortcuts to help grow your business that much more quickly. So that's what's really cool, is once you have made that, made those 5 commitments that we spoke of earlier on the call, to commit to a product, create content, syndicate, market, and initiate, now you are ready to be a freedompreneur and to really rock this out. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my account. Okay, so when you first log in, and again, you can only get login access once you've already joined as a member. Then from here, you're going to have all kinds of access to different steps to create your videos and things like that. You can actually use the iPass videos that we have. We have a game plan that we walk you through, and another appointment with your coach. We have a private Facebook mastermind group. So, and then we have lots of other things too. And this is all part of what you get in order to help you in your 90-day plan in order to hit that $20,000 goal. Now, how do you hit that more quickly? That was one of the last things that I wanted to discuss today before we close. You hit that. You can even hit your $20,000 goal more quickly by having a mentor. And that's really the key to me in business. It's one thing to start a business from scratch, to have your own, products and services that you offer. It's a completely different thing. It completely compresses time when you have a mentor or coach to help you along the way and to share the formula that they've used in order to create success. And for me, that was what I needed. That was the exact thing that I needed in order to be successful in this online business. And I found a number of mentors within the company that have been willing to work with me personally and to help me in my path to financial freedom and time freedom with my family and my children. So if that's something that you really want, I do encourage you to find a mentor, be it one outside of our system or within our system. And I'm happy to help mentor people. I can only accept 5 new mentors for the month of January. 5 new mentees, I should say, for the month of January. But if that's something that you are really drawn to and you have an intention in your heart that you want to bust out in 2015, then I encourage you to get connected with me, and we can set up time to have a personal one-on-one mentorship. Okay, so I've given you the steps. Let me go back here too, so you can see my face again. Give me a second. There we are. All right, I've given you the steps in order to create that 90-day plan. The biggest thing is to be consistent. And I'll give you another tip before we get off here, and that is you really, really need to start looking at things as micro goals. And what I mean by that is, let's say, and I spoke on this earlier on another hangout, but let's say that you have a goal to lose weight. I'm just giving that as an example for micro goals. Let's say you have a goal to lose weight. So let's say you need to lose 30 pounds or more. When you look at that 30 pounds or more number, it really looks big. And, it makes it a little harder to hit that goal because it's such a big goal. But what if you broke it down? If you broke it down and said, you know what, I'm just going to focus this week on losing 2 pounds. That's it. I'm not going to focus on anything else. If I don't lose the full 30, that's fine. Right now, I am just focused on 2 pounds this week. I'm going to do whatever it takes so that I lose 2 pounds this week. And you'll find that if you do that, you'll actually achieve your goal. Okay, because it's smaller. It's a bite-sized chunk that anyone can achieve. Well, it's the same thing in your business. Set a goal. Set a goal for every week for the next 90 days. So the next 3 months, every week, you're going to have a goal. And it could be more than one goal, but you want it to be small enough that you can actually achieve it. So let's start off. Maybe the first week. The first week you set a goal. You say, I want to have 2 new customers by the end of the week. Okay, 2 new customers. That's a small number, right? Small number. 2 new customers. Let's just say trial sales or whatever it is that you offer in your business. Trial sales, which are only $7 a piece. So that's a really small goal for 1 week. you need to do whatever it takes in this week in order to accomplish that. So the first key is you've got to get traffic. So you need to follow the steps that we go through on how to get traffic. And you need to get so many emails so that you can get those people to sign up. So you're going to be no holds barred for a week until you hit that goal of 2 new trial sales. Okay. Then, you want to set your goal for the next week. All right. Just think about that. Even if you set it really small and you said, I only want 2 trial sales per week, at the end of 90 days, some of those people are going to go in. They're going to become professionals, or they're going to go black card, or they're going to, have other people under them that come in and go black or something like that, which is going to push thoughts. Okay, I think I'm back live again. I may have lost a few people. If you're still there, we had a little internet glitch, but we're back. Sometimes we lose a little internet out here. I live in southern Missouri, and it's kind of rustic. So, but I did just want to say, set those micro goals, and you'll find at the end of 90 days that you are in a much better position than you were 90 days ago. And I have a feeling that for those of you that are listening and actually make the commitment that you're going to do what I asked you to do in 90 days, that you'll actually exceed the goal. Okay? Because there are so few people who actually make the commitment and go professional, go pro, and say, you know what, I'm doing this no matter what. 90 days from now, I'm going to do it. Now, for those of you that don't think it's possible, I want to share with you one more thing, and that is there have been a number of people within our company that have actually exceeded $20,000 in 90 days. Okay, I'll give you a name of one person. His name is AK Jr. He was at a recent conference. He's actually from Austria. AK Jr. set a goal that in 90 days, this was last year about this time, that in 90 days he was going to make $100,000 equivalent in American money. Now, some of you think, wow, that is beyond my mind. How can somebody make $100,000 in 90 days? He had no list. Okay. He's from Austria, and for those of you that don't know this about Austria or a lot of foreign countries, especially Austria, most people do not have credit cards in those countries, okay? So in order to buy an online product, you have to have some kind of a credit card or a method, a debit card, a method of payment. He still accomplished his goal, even though there were so few people that actually have credit cards. And, the key was consistency. He was so consistent with what he did, and he set a specific target. He said to everyone that joined his team, he said, and this is kind of harsh, he said, look, he says, I'm going to do this with or without you, number one. Number two, he says, if you want to speak to me ever again, you need to get all in. Show me that you're a professional and get all in. That is amazing to me. And people did. They absolutely did, because they knew that he was going to do it. He was so committed to his goal and to his dream. He was going to do it, and he did it. Okay, so that's one example, just one example. And I know that, the income results are not typical, but, that's one example of somebody that is not typical. Here's another example, and this one just blew the roof off of any concept of income that I had, and perhaps you have too. And this gentleman is named of Vic Strizhouse. Vic Strizhouse is extremely motivated. This is a man who, in the month of December, and this has been over a year ago, he set a goal, and his goal was in 1 month time that he wanted to make I think it was $100,000 in a month. Well, he exceeded that goal. In 1 month's time, this individual made $400,000. $400,000 in 1 month. Now he's the record holder from what I know, but I mean, the way he did it, we have a whole training course that's within our back office that walks you through exactly his process and how he did that. So if things are possible or they don't seem possible to you, I'll just tell you right now, if somebody else somewhere has had success in your business or any business or this business, why can't you? You can. You totally can. You just have to be committed and be a pro. So with that, I'll leave you for today. I hope you have a fabulous new year, and we will meet next week on Monday, 1:30 Central Time, to go over the next hangout. So make sure that you check in your email because I send out the invites there, and I look forward to hearing about you and your success as you implement this 90-day plan to reaching your goal. Have a wonderful day. Take care.